All right, we're at example 4 now. You'll notice this hint where it says watch the negative. It's nothing too crazy. I'll show that step to you. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to ask myself, do any of these numbers have anything in common? Nope, I can't divide anything to it. Are they all even? The answer is no. Are they all divisible by 3? The answer is no. So more than likely, they don't have anything in common, so we can just say no GCF. Does it have a letter to pull out? The answer is no. So there's no GCF, so we can just go ahead and get grouping. Here we go. Make sure the letters are in order, x to the third, x squared, x, all that stuff. They're in order. And now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to draw the parentheses around this because I don't want to retype it. So here we go. We're going to group it like this. Still can't even do it. And group it like this. Notice how I'm grouping the sign in with it. So you want to group that sign in there. Okay. Now we're going to factor out the GCF. For the first one, does it have letters? The answer is yes. The smallest one is x squared. So I'm going to take out the x squared. Does it have a number, but a number in common? The answer is yes. 12 divides by 3 and 15 divides by 3. So I'm going to pull out the 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. 3 minus 2 is 1, so I have x to the 1 left over, which is just x. 15 divided by 3 is 5, which is great. And then x squared, or 2 minus 2 is 0, which leaves me with no x. Now, check it out. Watch the negative. If the first term in a group is a negative, factor the negative out. So that just means in this case, in this group, this negative 16x and minus 20, you see that negative? Take it out. It's not that big of a deal. So do they both have letters? The answer is no. Do they both have negatives? The answer is yes. No big deal, especially the first one. And now, can they divide by anything? 16 and 20 are both divisible by 4. So I'm going to pull out a negative 4 in this problem. Negative 4. Here it goes. 16 divided by negative 4, or negative 16 divided by negative 4 is a positive 4, which leaves us with an x. Negative 20 divided by negative 4 is a positive 5. And for all of you who don't have your times table and negatives are terrible for you, I'm so sorry. This section is awful for you. You'll notice now we have, in this example, common factors we can pull out. So I'm going to pull those out, which gives me 4x to the 5th. 4x to the 5th. 4x plus 5. And then what's left over is 3x squared. And you'll notice I'm going to take the sign in front. So far it's been positive the entire time, but it's really a sign in front. In this case, 4. So then that's that. I don't know what button I just pushed there, but it made it look pretty. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Do it. Okay. There it is. That's the end of it. Almost the end of it. I have to rewrite it to put the little 3x squared first. And will I take off points for this on a test? Probably not. But will it make me wish my life was different? Probably. I actually have experience with math in the real world and programming and whatnot. And I mean, at the end of the day, just getting your stuff to work is what matters the most. And I can tell you, mathematically, if you were to program something like this, the order would not matter. So that's why I'm not too much of a stickler on little pretty moments like this. But in the field of mathematics, prettiness matters. All right, moving on to example 5.